I'm Mikey, aka the Taco Man. I'm trying my hardest not to chew in the mic because Nick hates it. Yeah, we can do that. We could put / ASMR vibes. The thing is, I'm not. Yeah, that is weird. I want to hear more about that, actually. Because I'm calm. I think the sensation I feel is calmness. I think. That's what I'm saying. Like, we were in control. Yep. LXBK, what's poppin', bro? 38, he did kind of go crazy, huh? But yeah, I'm not worried because of how we looked in the first quarter. And I think, I don't know what happened. It was really that pump fake. That was really, like, the pump fake free throw was such a weird happenstance. I think everybody's vibes flipped upside down. When Melo pump faked that thing, it was like, oh, what in the world? Like, I felt it right when he did it. I was like, oh, God dang it, dude. That's all of our momentum just swang.
Dude, LXBK with the save. My mic was off, so thanks, dog. But you guys can hear Mikey. That's good. That's good.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you gotta check that. So basically, what I was saying this whole stream was I am so excited, but I'm also upset at last night. The Lakers played so well for 89% of that game, and then they kind of just threw it away. Not like threw it away, but they couldn't stop anyone. I would say they ran out of gas is more of the thing they did. And a lot of people are going to hate on Russ or they're going to hate on the Lakers, but I know that they're going to be good. Like, LeBron and Anthony Davis looked so good last night. So good.
Yeah, AD. That's all we need him to do. We just need him to play like that, and everybody else will fall into line if AD can play like that.
Not to mention everybody else on the Lakers who was not there. Like, our rotation players were not there. Rajon Rondo was playing heavy minutes. That is, to me, unacceptable. And Avery Bradley coming off the bus from Golden State, jumping in, almost single-handedly saving the Lakers with those shots.
Yeah, he hit that. Yeah, he hit that three. That was like in his first minute in the game. Hit that big three.
He had two big threes, like huge big threes. Anyways, that's the Lakers. That's yesterday. That's kind of a wrap-up on yesterday. Clearly, the Bucks look amazing. That's why I'm also excited. You had two great games, like really, really great teams clashing, and the Warriors look like they're going to be serviceable this year. As we jump into today, October 20th, we have a whole lot to talk about. There's our game record. We are 0 predicted right, 2 predicted wrong. What that means is we run the simulation on 2K, and if it matches with the result of real life, then we get predicted right. And yesterday, both of our simulations predicted the Nets and Lakers winning. Now, I adjusted the simulation a little bit. I put the sliders to 75%, and now we are going to try it with our games. The real question is, out of our lineups tonight, we have to decide which one we want to watch live. And I have
I
a
do
good
want to give,
idea, but I want to hear
yeah,
what you got.
I want to give the Grizzlies some love because Ja did drop 37, 6-6, and they beat Cleveland by 11. They had solid contributions from Bain and Melton. Gosh, they had great games.
So the
20
Grizzlies beat
apiece.
the Cavaliers. Nice.
The Grizzlies beat the Cavs.
I don't
Yeah.
know if we watched. I don't know if we sim that one tonight. I think there's a better game out there.
Yeah, I want to save the Grizzlies for when they play like a nice competitive team, like a similarly
Right.
young, exciting team. Like maybe Grizzlies like Chicago would be a super fun game.
That would be a good one. Now let's go down the line and let's see. Yeah, I don't think our stream chat is gonna let you cuss. It's all good though. I'm not gonna ban you or anything right away. All right, game one of the night: Pacers Hornets. Does that strike you as a game you want to watch? It doesn't for me. Pacers Hornets.
Pacers Hornets. That sounds. I think that sounds like a fun game.
Okay, so I'll
Um.
put that as a maybe. We're just gonna go down quick and try to pick one, and then we'll simulate the others. All right.
Okay.
Pistons versus the Bulls. I don't want to see the Pistons. We already seen them.
Uh, LXBK said it was a link. He tried sending a link or something, but
Oh, really? Okay.
Pistons Bulls.
Here's the game I want to see. I want to see 2K battling Celtics Knicks. That's the game I want to see. We haven't seen either of those teams play. The Celtics look like they want it this year, and the Knicks
Yeah,
are on the
let's watch it.
rise.
Let's watch it.
Okay,
Yep, say less. Let's watch it.
so our game of the night is going to be Celtics Knicks. Now, Mike, your job as I simulate through these other games is to tell me the NBA winner if we have them. So we're gonna simcast all of the other games tonight, and we are going to see what the score is. So
By the way, Celtics Knicks going to double OT as we speak.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't know that, but I know that that is the one that we're going for. Okay, so we're going to simulate with Simcast, and then we're going to put the 2K simulation winner in our bracket, and then we're going to put the real winner in our bracket to see if we predicted right or we predicted wrong. It looks like this one is close. What was the score of the Hornets-Pacers game tonight?
Let's see, Hornets Pacers. Hornets 123, Pacers 122.
That was a
So
close one, but
Me-
the Hornets.
Mellow with a cool 31-7, dude.
Nice. So that one, as we look here, it looks like it's pretty close. Hornets are holding on barely to this lead as we go in to the fourth quarter. 82-67. It looks like NBA 2K is going to be right on the money with this one. Charlotte Hornets, barring a comeback from the Pacers, look to hold out on their home opener against the Pacers. This is a team I hope makes the playoffs, the Charlotte Hornets.
LXBK, I'm going to look up that highlight right now.
I wish we could show highlights, but I think we would get tagged for
Yeah.
all that.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so how many points did LaMelo score tonight, actually?
31.
Okay, this says he scores a career-high 36. So pretty even, actually. Pretty close to what happened. That's a win for us.
Dude,
That's our
Melo's
first
he's
win.
a sophomore. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 77 assists, dude. He's so good. I love LaMelo.
Yeah.
I said last year I think he's going to be one of the best point guards of all time. I think I might have said the best when I was talking to my time. I might have been bugging, but he reminds me of Pete Maravich. He does.
All right. We're going to go through. It looks like we already simulated the Bulls-Pistons game. Looks like the Pistons took the L 111-112.
Jeez Louise.
which
Yeah,
is
it's a nice alley oop.
kind of surprising. Who won the real game tonight? Bulls versus Pistons, or are they still playing?
Bulls.
Okay, so we're actually 2-2 now. The simulation has turned into more of a good guess for us. We're gonna skip.
LXBK. What scares me about that alley oop is the way Nick, you gotta watch it. The way Ja jumps and comes down, the way
Yeah,
he lands on his legs scares me, dude.
you feel like
Because he could like that reminds me of a Derrick Rose rookie year play. Like, crazy explosive, but I just want him to preserve his legs.
Yep. Next up, we got Raptors Wizards. Is that game done?
Raptors Wizards. Yeah, Wizards won 98-83.
So we're gonna simulate this one. Let's see what happens. They won. Wow, Wizards won. I mean, the Raptors don't look good, but if anything, they could beat the Wizards. So we'll see what if 2K agrees. And the Raptors are actually taking a bit of a lead here in the beginning. I wonder how much home court factors in to the momentum. And I know when you're playing, it kind of can feel really good. But how did Bradley Beal do tonight?
Bradley had 23.
Oh, as the Wizards. Oh, it's a back and forth game. It's close going into the third. Yep. Wizards pulling away a little bit. It's back and forth into the fourth quarter. This is exciting. 92
Kuzma
even.
Kuzma had 15 rebounds.
Well, give him minutes. He's going to get stuff. How'd my boy KCP do? And it looks like the Raptors actually barely, with a little bit of help from their home crowd, take this one. That's another L for us. Up next to
That
simulate.
that's honestly what I expected to happen in real life. I expected the Raptors to win,
Yeah.
honestly.
Next one we're simulating is Cleveland at Memphis. I think that Memphis is for sure going to win this one, but you never know. It is a simulation after all. How many points did Ja have?
30 what? 37 LXBK? Yeah, 38. He had 38.
Okay. Here we go. As the simulation runs, things start out. I would assume Ja Morant gets something like that in this game, but we will see. They start off with 35 points in the first quarter and seem to have a comfortable 10-point lead. Thinking about last night's game, the Nets and the Bucks, that game was actually closer than I thought. I assumed the Bucks were ahead most of the game by like 20, but you could see the Nets really pushing to like cut it to single digits. They were down 8-7, and then they go down by 10-12. And they were always within striking distance, but could never close the gap as Memphis just absolutely crushing the Cavs tonight. I'm not even going to wait for the simulation to end. This is a Memphis Grizzlies 2K win. We are now 3-3. We are 50%.
That's why the Nets are scary. Like I'm not concerned about the Nets at all cuz it looked like the Bucks were dominating, but the Nets were literally like 6 points away at halftime
Yeah.
and the Bucks dominated the first half.
Yeah, they
So
were close. And it's like, okay, they'll be fine. Same with the Lakers, right? They'll be fine. I'm not too worried. What happened in the Rockets Timberwolves game? Looks like the Rockets took the L tonight, meaning
yeah, bro,
2K.
Timberwolves look for the Timberwolves, bro. I'm trying to say the Timberwolves. I mean, the Rockets aren't nice, don't get it twisted, but
Yeah.
the Timberwolves, I think they could surprise a lot of people. D'Lo 22 and 7. You got Anthony Edwards 29
Ooh,
co-
that's a
coming out. You
that's a machine this year. You know Edwards is gonna have another good year.
Oh,
So
he's gonna
so the
yeah.
Timberwolves won pretty much.
Timberwolves absolutely
All right, let's
destroyed.
take a look at the Pelicans versus the 76ers. This one, I'm super interested to see what happened tonight. Are they still playing or is this game over?
Game's over. Zion is injured for I guess another month. They like waited to tell people to sell more tickets that Zion wasn't going to be ready for the opener.
Oh my god.
Kind of sus.
So 76ers win in real life as well?
76ers won by 20 without Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they it looks like they won by 50 in the simulation. Sixers
Jeez.
taking that victory. Next, we move to San Antonio facing the Magic. I can't think of a softer opening game for either of those teams, but the Spurs can be good. What do you is that game over yet tonight?
The Spurs, there's 8 minutes left in the fourth, and the Spurs are manhandling the Magic
They're manhandling the Magic. All right, let's see what
by
the
up by 30.
wow. So, how much time's left in the quarter?
8 minutes.
All right, so I'm going to put them as the winner in the NBA. Let's see who wins in the simulation. These are two teams that I want to see more of in 2K just to see how they operate on paper. But right now, the Magic are taking it to the Spurs as it's kind of going back
Yeah,
and forth, actually.
The Magic's probably the team I least want to watch in the whole league. I'm confident in saying that. I'm not interested in the Magic one bit. Who do they have?
Uh, Markel Fultz, maybe?
Jalen Suggs, like yeah,
Jalen
Markel,
Suggs.
I guess. They got Isaac, but he's injured for the last 12 years,
Yeah.
3 years. But I don't know, dude. They're just not fun. They're not a fun team at all. I feel bad for him.
Dang, the Magic
Lost
hold
a
on to
fluke.
this one. Wow, they pull it off. The upset of the Spurs at home.
Shout out to him though.
195. At a boy.
Shout
It
out to
looks
him.
like Anthony had 25 points, and that helped. Not something I would have expected at all. But good job for them. All right, we're moving west here. The Jazz taking on Oklahoma City. I would assume that the Jazz have an easy time with Oklahoma City tonight, but you never know.
Let me see.
We're gonna sim this
Yeah,
one live. What's the score tonight so far?
71-48 halfway through the third.
Jeez, I'm just gonna copy paste that in. NBA winners, the Utah Jazz. We're 5-4 right now. Not a terrible start to this season. I hope that we're like 75% accurate. That would be amazing. Could you imagine if we're anything over 500? It's a little bit. I feel like a little bit. It's just gonna be like a toss up, especially when it's like two good teams. But if we can accurately predict like 75% of the NBA season, how cool would that be? That's my goal. Is more than 50, hopefully 75% correct. That would be something.
Yeah, that would be impressive on 2K's part for sure. But would it be like a fluke? That would be interesting.
I don't think it'd be a fluke because, I mean, if you find the kind of right formula and it's as accurate as possible with your lineups, which is what we're playing the NBA Today thing. So I think it updates. We'll see. We'll see.
Like
Yeah, Jazz.
who's getting minutes and that kind of thing, like percentage of minutes.
Yeah,
I
Jazz
wonder
take
if
the
2K
easy
does
dub.
that.
That one. I know that they adjust for stats, like, or they adjust for like if you're hot or not. Jazz take the easy one. That's an easy dub for us. Let's move to Phoenix, Denver. A great matchup. They must be still playing.
Mm-hmm. Still first quarter.
Okay. So we're not going to know who wins that one until much later. We will cover that tomorrow, obviously. But we are going to run the simulation as it looks like the Suns jump out. They're at home. They're jumping out to a quick lead, but the Denver Nuggets making a game of it. That's what I would assume is we're going to see what the Nuggets are made of in the first couple games. What's their makeup? What is their mentality? How are the young guys developing? And maybe just holding as long as they can to keep pace in the playoffs. They are down by 20 as of right now in this simulation. So I'm going to go ahead and, barring some kind of comeback miracle, the Suns up by 35, 40 almost. Looks like they're going to win this 2K sim.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Look at their rosters. Look who's healthy. Um, but Denver healthy can beat anyone in the West. Honestly,
Right. That's not the question, though, unfortunately. All right, we got one more game to simulate before we go to our matchup of the night, which is Celtics at Knicks. We're simulating the Blazers hosting the Kings. If the Blazers don't win this, I would be a little shocked, but you never know. Every first game of the season, I feel the shooters come to shoot, and they just change the game so much more because their legs are fresh and they're not, they've been in the gym, they're ready to go. That's my only reserves with the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
As the Kings jump out to a lead, 44 here. Blazers making a game of it. Wow, 38 points in the first. That is the thing that killed the Lakers last night, giving up 38 points in the fourth quarter, which you cannot do. You've done everything else right all game. You stop Steph Curry. Yeah, he has a triple-double, but 20 points. Come on, guys. 38 points in the fourth, which is why I think we saw Avery Bradley, because he had to, he knows the system, and Coach Vogel was like, just go. Just, do something. Get it done. Get stops. He was desperate for stops.
But that might be where I don't want Frank Vogel to just resort to what he knows and has seen in the past. I want him to trust some of his new guys too, and give him some trust, give him some run.
In his defense, they did have, a lot of injuries, so you can't.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn didn't play out. You would expect he takes rebounds minutes, right?
Yeah.
Taylor Horton. So.
All right, we are now exiting out of our season simulation, and we're going to the NBA Today game of the night. The Boston Celtics taking on the New York Knicks. Let's see in real life what happened. They have a little bit of a breakdown here. I love this NBA Today stat. You can kind of see all the stats. LeBron, 34 points, leading the league so far, although I don't know. Tonight might change that. Looks like, where's Celtics Knicks? Celtics, why does it say Celtics Heat? I guess they haven't updated yet. All right, we're going to go to Celtics Knicks. NBA Today, the starting lineup: Schroeder, Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford versus Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. This is our Just Talking Buckets game of the night. And just so that we see, we are 6-4. We're looking to go 7 wins predicted right versus 4 predicted wrong. Let's jump into this one, shall we? What are you excited about this matchup?
We're back with another
let me see. I'm excited.
And we've got the GOAT. He's wearing it on
see the new look of the Knicks, all their new players, how they gel, so I'm excited about watching them this whole year in real life. Just kind of seeing if they could maintain that defense first mentality with Kemba running one. Yeah, see how Thibodeau can enforce his defensive schemes on the new guys.
I'm excited to watch Evan Fournier play as I'm pulling up the stats from the real game tonight. The final double overtime. Looks like the New York Knicks in real life take this one over the Celtics. 138-134. How about that?
Dude, Jaylen Brown. Did you see what he had?
He went 46. That's the new points leader, obviously, this season.
Yeah. I feel slightly dumb because I drafted Brandon Ingram before him in fantasy.
He's not going to drop 45 every night, but that does hurt the first game.
Yeah. Yeah. You expect BI to get more long-term looks.
And you have Julius Randle, right?
Yeah, I do.
Dude, he gave you 35, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and led his team really to victory. As Evan Fournier also was clutch. 32 points tonight.
And Brandon Ingram did have a good game tonight, too. He had 25, 7, and 6. So, yeah, tonight was probably an anomaly for Brown, but that dude is so good. Brown really is. He gets overshadowed by Tatum, but he is different, too.
Yeah. Dennis Schroeder with 32 points tonight in the real game. 32 minutes, excuse me. Only 12 points. That's pretty much the Schroeder that we saw with LA. Just kind of underwhelming performances.
Yeah. Hey, can you screen share on Discord? It's on Twitch, but I just see your spreadsheet on the Discord.
You should have told me earlier.
That's his first personal. First team foul.
I was looking at the stats before.
Yeah, for sure.
At the line for the
Kemba Walker tonight.
Kemba Walker.
Only 10 points. Played 36 minutes. 8 rebounds, 3 assists. It's going to take him a little time to adjust to this new team, obviously.
I hope he's not entered that phase of his career because I drafted him. I drafted him in like the 11th round, but I would love for him to have a nice year because ever since he kind of left Charlotte,
Yeah.
he hasn't had very many standout seasons. So it would be
Maybe
really nice.
I mean, he's had a turbulent time, joined some pretty good teams, asked to share the load a little bit. I feel him and Russell Westbrook are in a similar spot.
Yeah.
Hoping to add to a team, expected to do maybe less with what they have. Although, talking about that Laker game last night, I loved seeing Westbrook get easy buckets for people. That is so refreshing to see. That's why I'm still so excited. Usually it's LeBron getting people easy buckets, and now you have Westbrook, who is just easily diming. That's what I'm excited about more than anything else yesterday, is just how seamless that offense is. Defense, different story, as we get a nice block going out of bounds here.
I did see some old defensive, like old tendencies that Westbrook has that worry me. Like sometimes he would dribble the ball down and get a high pick, and they would go under the screen, which they have the right to because he's Russell Westbrook, and he would shoot. Like I want him to keep getting downhill because that's when he's, I just want to see him attacking. I don't want to see him taking pull-up 3-pointers, which he resorted to a couple times last night.
Knicks playing their brand of defense, hard-nosed, and denying a couple easy looks from the Celtics early. I'm surprised they got up to 138, both teams, as Kemba Walker with a nice layup in the lane. If this is a good sign for the Knicks, I'm all for their season this year. They could really surprise people, I think.
Yeah, they could. They really could. They're tough. On the roster-wise, they're tough. Derrick Rose, I want to see how many he had in row. Okay, over, under 20 for Derrick Rose. What do you think?
I'm going to say under.
Shooting for Boston, Jason Tatum. At the line.
What's his
Let
under?
me see. Derrick Rose had, under. He had 9.
Because you have your two big scorers of the night already with Evan Fournier and Julius Randle.
Yeah. And then RJ gave him 19, which is solid for RJ.
I would have said
all you want.
under. I would have said less than that. So for RJ, that is incredibly good.
Yeah, I think RJ can be that guy. I think he could be that consistent 20 a game catch and shooter.
Yeah. How many points for? Let's see. For Tatum tonight, did he have 20 plus?
Tatum had 20. Dude, he shot the ball 30 times.
So he wasn't feeling it tonight. Shot at 30, still got 20. Pretty much the reason the Celtics lost, if you look at it that way.
Yeah, exactly. If Tatum, because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both took 30 shots, 60 shots split between them two. And Jaylen.
To me, it fits though. Like, you don't need that many scorers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I'm the Celtics, I'm doing the exact same.
Like, you two take as many shots as you want. We'll be okay. But at the end of the day, there it is. You gotta shoot productively in the NBA to win.
Dennis Schroeder, maybe he's hurt or something. He didn't get a minute.
30
Oh,
minutes.
never mind. He played 32. I didn't see his name.
Yeah, he played plenty minutes. It's Tatum. brings the Celtics knotted up 6-6. I really doubt we'll see a double overtime game in our matchups tonight, but you never know. It could be that accurate. We've only seen one overtime game so far in our series.
Yeah.
But a timeout means we take another look around the NBA. As we were talking about earlier, I want to take a look more closely at the Grizzlies game. Man, scoring 132 points is no joke. Ja Morant with 37. You should send
I
me
think
that
Ja
link
Morant.
of the dunk, by the way.
Okay. I think he heard the slander.
You think people
I
are
think he
saying
did.
he's not good? What's the slander?
I think people. I don't think it's outward slander. I think it's people having this conception of a ceiling for Ja Morant. Yeah, I had like a little bit like he doesn't have a super consistent shot,
Okay.
right? And so you see this attacking guard who can he can really affect the pace and the style of offense incredibly well. One of the best point guards in the league, but I don't know. I think a lot of people had this ceiling on. That's like, oh, but is he really gonna be like perennial all-star type player? You know?
I see that.
And so it's like he could be like just the finishing version of Allen Iverson. Allen has a better shooter, in my opinion, but like they're built the same.
Comparison. Okay.
It's my comparison, like a finisher, Allen Iverson, less of a shot, more of a kind of creator.
More bounce too.
More balance.
Maybe less quickness. Because Iverson's quick. I don't know how.
Twitchy, yeah.
I don't see Ja Morant with that kind of speed. But what he lacks there, he makes up for athleticism. You know, actually, something interesting I heard moving back to the Golden State Warriors is I think I was watching Skip and Shannon today, and they were saying that Steph looks a little slower because he's been working out more.
Steph has been.
Yeah, he's stronger. He's put on some muscle, and they were saying that he's a little bit slow. And that's kind of why he wasn't able to score as easily last night. They think he's bulked up a little bit, and I kind of agree. I have to like watching that and like looking at his arms a little bit. He is a little bulkier. I don't hate it.
I mean, he's gonna have games where he drops 50. It's just Steph, right? And he'll be coming off ball screens, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to attribute his quickness with his size.
Here's a fun fact: how many triple doubles has Stephen Curry had in his career, counting last night?
7.
It's actually 8, counting last night, which is kind of crazy. All the triple double guys that you see, Steph had one of 8. Is that Smart denied on the dunk? Who's number 8 for the Celtics?
Let me see. He's in the corner right now.
As the Celtics try to get the last shot. They do, but it's blocked by D Rose. New York at the end.
I think
of
it's
the first,
Kemba.
15-11. Kemba doesn't play for the Celtics.
I'm sorry, not Kemba. Hold on one sec.
It's Julius Randle.
Grant Williams, maybe.
I mean, just ask Siri, who's number 8 on the Boston Celtics. She'll tell you. It's not that difficult.
How about you do that? You're the one who asked the question in the first place. Crazy.
Yo, fight me right now. All right, Kemba's up at the top. It's so weird seeing Kemba in the New York jersey. I will say, as Trey Burke's going to knock that down wide open for 3. Oh, Alec. Not Trey. Alec.
Yeah, he doesn't play for the Knicks. What are you done?
Al Horford tonight. He's a guy that I think could be nice for the Celtics, but at the end of the day, not a game changer. Nothing crazy from him. Let's see.
If he was younger, he would be. And he's still really nice. But I think he didn't even play today. He must be
Oh, interesting.
injured or something.
Oh, I thought they updated that. Maybe not.
Oh no, he's in COVID protocols.
Oh, really? That must have dropped earlier today, huh?
Yeah.
And there's Brown heating up from 3. Jaylen Brown doing a little bit of what he did tonight, leading his team in scoring in a close battle against the Knicks. That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Your Knicks.
How long are these quarters?
5 minutes.
Okay.
We got another timeout here. Looking up and down the league, we got some updates. Kings at Trailblazers are actually leading the Trailblazers 39-35 with 6 minutes left in the second. That's one of these games that you can hop off and catch the ending of. I think our simulation said that the Trailblazers would pull it off, but the simulation actually said that it was going to be close, and it kind of is.
Yeah.
Kings doing well for themselves.
The Bulls had a great game.
Let's take a look at that one at the next timeout. De'Aaron Fox has 10. Harkless has 7. Buddy Held with 6 off the bench. Or maybe he's on the bench now. I can't tell the starters on this app. But not important. Yeah, Kings could sneak in. They could also start strong and then fade off, or they could just be totally irrelevant. You hope for them to be relevant. You really do.
Yeah. I think they will be. They're almost a playoff. At least a play-in lock. But I expect to land 4 through 8.
Schroeder dribbling, gets a free lane. Ooh, throws it down. That's what Schroeder does. He cuts to the basket. He gets to the rim. Don't expect much more out of him than that, though. Ooh, Kemba with a nice step back, fronts out on the front of the rim as the Celtics get a chance to go in transition. Schroeder having trouble. Richardson going. You know who hasn't gotten going in this game yet? Who needs to? Is Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
gets a
good to
nice
see
block.
him doing well in real life. It's good to see him have a game.
I think if I was him, I'd come out with a statement game, and I really go for it, which he did. You know, they got the win, and he's just going to endear himself to those New York Knicks fans.
I think he's a free agent too.
Robert Williams.
This is a show me year to get paid. That's good for him. That's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Good for the Knicks. Good for Evan Fournier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant I meant for my fantasy.
Oh,
Wow, he had 32. He had 70 fantasy points. Should I add him to my team?
Fournier?
Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Who would you drop?
2 shots.
Markkanen.
Yeah.
He gave me 10 and 9 today, but only 21 fantasy points. Fournier had 70 fantasy points.
Yeah, he's not going to give you that many every night, but
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a big part of that Knicks offense.
He'll give you 20 a night, right?
Points or fantasy points?
Points.
That I don't know. What's his season average?
Last year was only 15, but he was like the third or fourth option on the Celtics.
I don't think he'll give you 20 a night. He might give you like 17, 18.
Yeah.
But like, that's more than Markkanen's probably going to give. So
And Bagley, dude, I added Markkanen instead of Mobley. And Mobley last night or today. Tonight. I think he actually already got picked up by someone. Let me see. Which I'm not heartbroken about because, I don't know. Let's see. He had 17 and 9, 47 fantasy points. Wow.
Yeah, that's a roll of dice.
Mm-hmm.
He could be good. All right, let's go back to that other game we were talking about. Which one are we looking for? Sixers Pelicans? No, Bulls Pistons.
Yes.
We're looking at Bulls
Oh, yeah,
Pistons.
Bulls Pistons.
Bulls 94, Pistons 88, led by Zach LaVine with 34 points. Jeremy Grant doing his best with 24 points, but not enough. And you don't expect the Bulls to lose this. DeRozan with 17, Vucevic with 15, Lonzo with 12. My boy Alex Caruso, man, only 27 minutes, only 3 points.
Yeah, that's him.
He'll have good games, bad games. He's in there for defense, I suppose. And Lonzo Ball shooting 2 for 6 from three-point land. But the Bulls,
First 2 guards break. And
the Bulls not really a three-point shooting team. They're only 7 for 23. Barely hitting that 30% mark.
mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the Pistons, Jeremy Grant's 24. No one else really doing anything. A couple guys, 13, 12, 10. But a very lackluster performance from the Pistons.
I don't know why Cade is out. He must have done something. I hate seeing. I just wish guys like that play in the first game is all.
You mean for the Rockets?
No, Cade on the Pistons.
Oh, no. Is that Cade Cunningham?
Yeah. Jalen Green went second to the Rockets.
Oh, Green went to the Rockets. Got those two switched up. It's
Yeah,
pretty
and
sure
Green
Pistons-
only had 9 tonight.
It's alright. Rookie's gotta take some time. It's a fast game. Gotta slow it down and play. D Rose with a chance at a buzzer beater at the half, pulls up and airballs it. We got a tight one in New York, 26 to 24. What do you think of the sliders, the paces? Everything's basically at 75%.
It seems a lot slower.
It does, huh?
Yeah, it's weird. That's super weird. I wonder why that would be. I don't know.
We'll have to experiment. Because when it was at 100, everything was like 80% shooting. Let's see the breakdown. This feels more realistic. 45% from the field from the Celtics, 47% from the field from the Knicks. 6 blocks from the Knicks. The defense coming in really, really strongly. This is a pretty decent NBA end of the first quarter, and that's basically what it is after 2 of our 5 minutes, that's pretty much a 1 minute or a 1 quarter of the NBA. So this is kind of what you would expect to see at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, 45, 40. Yeah, exactly. That field goal percentage looks way
So,
nicer.
I mean, I like it. I like the simulation time. It's gonna be a little bit slower, which is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's more accurate, right? That's what we're trying to figure out is that sweet spot between real life and the simulation. That's our whole goal here, is to find the best settings so that we can accurately predict which games go which way. As RJ Barrett brings the ball up for the New York Knicks at the start of the third quarter, he pulls it up and he breaks it off the rim. Not a great shot selection. As Horford's going to get an easy dunk for the Celtics to tie this game. This could go into overtime pretty easily, it looks like. Celtics fighting their defense. Knicks slowing down. Evan Fournier is going to have to play better than that if he's going to help his team win. Kemba Walker with a pull-up 3, no good. And Tatum takes it the other way. Oh, he shakes him and he bakes him. Robinson having trouble staying in front, and Tatum hitting a nice, easy paint shot. They're running that corner to Walker. Let's see what he does with it. Fournier's running around, trying to get the ball up, trying to get freed. And
Boston foul.
we get a foul. Dennis Schroeder reaching.
That's his second personal. First team foul. Celtic substitution. Josh Richardson.
Nice bucket by Fournier. Like I said, if the Knicks win this simulation, he's got to match what he did in real life in some aspect of the game.
Out of bounds. Boston ball.
Yeah, can you? I've been watching the stream because you still haven't shared it on Discord.
I 100% have. What the heck?
Yeah, I
Check
just
it.
can't. Yeah, it's still your. It's still the spreadsheet.
You have to maybe X out of it because I changed Windows like 6 times.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. It's tied up. New York 28, Boston 28. 3 minutes left in the third. Julius Randle not really having a huge impact. I feel like his game is so hard to simulate. He's such a unique talent. And just like his moves are his moves. So you're not going to see the same type of production on an NBA 2K simulation. That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
Tatum's
Yeah,
gonna
there's
have
only
to
so much.
give it up to Smart. Knocks it
There's
down.
only so much. Like, there's only so much computers can do. That's gonna be like, because basketball is such an inspired game. You know, people play. I guess it's like art in that way. People play inspired.
Yeah,
So it's
they
like computer.
improvise. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very human sport. You know.
As all sports are.
Yeah.
Speaking of sports, we got to check the Dodgers score. They made a little bit of a run. They closed the gap a little bit, but I'm not sure where they are. I want to look back at the Charlotte Hornets. That might be a team we pick up and follow a little bit closer this year. They beat the Pacers 123-122, and the Pacers really tried. Like Sabonis, talk about a baller, 33 points. Brogdon, 28. Duarte, 27. But it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Charlotte, LaMelo Ball coming out early, 31. 7 of 9 from three-point land. That's going to get it done. It's incredible. Like
Duarte
Lonzo,
with 27 is impressive. Sorry, Duarte's the rookie on Indiana. It's impressive.
but like Lonzo never had a game like that. 7 for 9, 31 points. He had games like that when he was playing at UCLA. As Fournier missed a wide open layup.
Gordon Hayward, 27.
My
Kelly Oubre with the start with 14. They only went 9 deep. PJ Washington off the bench. Wow.
Like PJ.
And, LaMelo and Gordon Hayward pretty much backpacked.
Yep. 27 from Hayward. You love to see it. That's a guy that you hope has a great rest of his career. Didn't really fit in Celtics land, I don't think. Which they were hoping he would. He just never was part of it, you know?
Yeah, well, they just, for some, they just had 2 other young stars who played the same position.
Yeah. It was crowded. Boston holding on to a 4-point lead here. So New York's clawing their way back into this one. Hopefully their crowd gets them back into it. I want to see us go 7-4 on our predictions. First game for everyone of the season. That's awesome. Is everyone playing tonight? That's one thing I haven't looked up. It feels like there's a lot of games, but I don't know if that's true. I'm sure someone plays tomorrow. Luka hasn't played. I don't see the Mavericks on this list. The Clippers aren't on
22.
this list.
22 teams played today.
So
And there's 29 teams in the league.
yeah, I'm guessing tomorrow we'll see Clippers Mavericks. That's going to be a fun one. I don't know if they're playing each other or not.
Hawks Mavericks tomorrow.
Hawks Mavericks, that's going to be one maybe we watch tomorrow. That's what I'm going to come for. That's great.
Yeah, Bucks Heat. And then Warriors Clippers. Yeah, all those games are going to be great.
Nice. You know, you hate to root for the Clippers, but I don't want the Warriors to start hot, so they got to lose.
Hey, picture this. Could very well happen.
Hit me.
John Wall on the Clippers.
I was seeing rumors of Ben Simmons on the Clippers.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be
Although-
terrifying.
Although, it's just, oh my goodness. What a dunk by Quickly. It's hard to know what is like actual possibility and what is just clickbait, because websites do all this clickbait too much now. But I would trade Paul George for Ben Simmons 100 times.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I would not. I wouldn't do it. I would not do that.
Why not? Disagree entirely. Very strongly disagree. But make
All right,
a
let's think about
case.
this. Let's think about this, okay? So you got Kawhi Leonard, the best defensive wing in the entire league. Okay.
I know what you just thought in your head. And then you thought, wait, actually, that would pair really well with the best point guard,
No.
defensive point guard in the league, Ben Simmons. But go on.
No. Okay. Paul George is one of the best defensive wings in the league also. He's not as good as Ben Simmons, but he's still one of the best. And Paul George is one of the most elite scorers in the league. So what you would lose in offense, you do not make back in defense. Because Paul George is a great wing defender still. He's not Ben Simmons level. But next to Kawhi, you need someone who can get a bucket.
Do you?
'Cause-
Isn't Kawhi the bucket getter on that team?
With the ball in his hands, Ben Simmons, Kawhi gets the ball. What's Ben Simmons gonna sit corner for Kawhi?
No, he's going to set Kawhi up. Here's my theory on this. Why the
But
Clippers do
Kawhi's not a
better-
catch and shooter. He's a get to a spot off the dribble.
So,
He's
yeah,
a pull up
but
mid range.
I don't think Paul George is a pull up, is a get to your spot jump shooter, catch and shoot kind of guy. He isn't. I feel like him and Kawhi are sneakily very similar. But that's just like what I've seen. That's why they can't win these series, is because they just don't have that diversity, and you shut them down. They got close because they tried to get shooters. And that's why I think Ben Simmons might actually add enough defensive value and get the ball to people who need it. And like, it's Kawhi Leonard. Like, you're gonna listen to Kawhi Leonard. You might not listen to Joel Embiid, but you're gonna be like, okay, Kawhi, like, me and you can be the weirdos out here in LA. Let's figure it out. I think that would be kind of crazy.
It'd be good. I think both teams are good, but I guess it's just a matter of what the Clippers would rather have their team look like. Both can win championships,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
Then,
Healthy,
and then let's
but-
give that to Philadelphia. You get Paul George next to Joel Embiid. I can't think of a more complementary piece to that team. Someone who plays defense, can shoot, kind of an all-around threat next to Joel Embiid, who's already dominant physically. It might be interesting.
That's from Dennis Schroeder.
I really like Paul George would be amazing in Philly
I agree.
for sure.
New York.
Man, this
Paul
game's
George in
close.
Philly would be like the perfect, actually like a perfect fit. Probably the most perfect fit I can think of would be Paul George in Philly. But
Because they need a second superstar. They need someone who has done it, but is looking to prove himself. I don't know.
that goes to
Makes-
show how good Paul George is, though. Because
Makes
Paul
sense.
George, you put Paul George on any team. Put Paul George on like this Knicks team. They're contenders. Put Paul George on.
Knicks take the lead, 45-43.
Like I feel like the Celtics are like a version of the Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just like the B version.
Like talented wing players, like all-star caliber guards or like forwards, just
One more defensive than the other.
yeah, just a little bit. Man, New York's pulling away 47-43. We might be right on the money. We might get more wins tonight than losses.
Yeah, it was accurate tonight. It's pretty crazy.
And the thing is, if we redid yesterday's, I feel like the simulation would run something similar. I feel like at this pace, the Bucks dominate the Nets again. So I'm going to keep it on the record, but I think we might win back one of those losses if we have the sliders a little more reasonable at 75%, pretty much.
Yeah.
But a lot of game left, 250. That's plenty of time for Boston to get some stops here, maybe force a little bit of an overtime as we get 2 big free throw misses from New York. Speaking of free throws, the Lakers and their free throws, they missed 10 free throws. They lost by 7. You should be able, I think they were 9 for 19. You should be able to hit 16 for 19 to at least make it a 1-possession game at the end. Like, you have to. What happened to Lakers free throws? I guess they've always been bad at free throws, always.
Yeah, that'll get better throughout the year for all. I'm not worried.
Will it? Because LeBron's probably in the 70s, sometimes in the 60s from free throws. Anthony Davis has been good, but sometimes sleeps on free throws. I don't know if Russell Westbrook's a free throw guy, but we'll see. I think we really missed Wayne Ellington. We really missed Talen Horton-Tucker. We really missed Kendrick Nunn. We absolutely missed. He would have made a huge difference last night. As the Boston Celtics have tied it.
I think LeBron knows. Like, LeBron wasn't super pissed on the bench. He was just like, it's whatever.
I know. Which is, here's what I wanted to say about the Lakers. Is that was the best that was like, obviously you want to start 1-0, but the best situation for you is to play well. Oh my God, Dennis Schroeder, this is driving me insane. 2K, fix it. I can't watch another Dennis Schroeder get player of the game. Oh my goodness. But best possible start. You make it entertaining. You hype everyone up. You lose because of defense or chemistry. And so you have room to grow. That's why LeBron knows. He knows the story is only going to go up. If you win big, you put a little more pressure on yourselves. If you lose close and like closer than you should have, it's one game. Whatever. Shake it off, move on.
It's true, yeah. It's like they got their loss out of the way kind of thing. It's like, oh, okay. Expectations lowered immediately. And it's like, oh, feels lighter. We can just come out and play now.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've got a tough game on Friday against the Phoenix Suns. They've been playing the same teams in preseason, which is kind of annoying. But whatever.
Yeah.
Tatum with a chance at the line to tie this game up with 1:13, and he does. 51-51, just as close as it was in real life. NBA showing us a good time. Let's see what Kemba Walker does. I think Evan Fournier is going to hit a big shot here, and that's going to push New York over the edge. I don't think Julius Randle hits that, but he gets fouled. Bad foul by Jason Tatum. My goodness. Can't be sending him to the line with a chance to go up on the other side. You just got to back off a little bit and go. You know who'd be good together on a team is Tatum and Julius Randle. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a good team. That'd be really nice. But these young players are getting locked up every day now for 5 years. So, I mean, it's good for the league, but it'd be fun to see young guys joining.
Ooh, Randle trying to put the New York Knicks on his back. You see he's going off in this last minute. Is that a high flyer badge that's been activated?
What a come up for the Knicks, dude. Who would have thought this, like, 7th year mediocre 4-man turns into an All NBA guy in 1 year. You know,
Well, the
And
Lakers wanted him like that first year, which is totally unreasonable expectations.
yeah, and it's just like
As RJ misses a
one
free throw.
in 1 year, the culture of the Knicks just changed pretty much because of Julius Randle.
Yeah. So props to him for keeping to it, doing what he does, right? Being himself, and signing with a team that he knows he can do something with, not necessarily just staying put.
Yeah. And the Knicks almost signed him out of necessity. Like when they signed him, it was like, we don't have any other options. No one else wants to come here. We'll
Right.
get this. We'll get this a little above average guy play for a year, kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
that
see what
was
happens.
that was the narrative of the Knicks, and then they just got lucky, struck gold.
Celtics forced a shot up, and that's basically going to close this game out for the Knicks. If he can hit these 2 free throws, as he misses one, it's still a 2-possession game, unfortunately. You could get a quick 3, foul Randall again, but he's got to hit one of these, and he doesn't. Knicks, looks like the Celtics are out of timeouts. 15 seconds. They're not going quick enough. They get a look, blocked, and they get it back. It's not going to be. All right, Smart has got a wide open. That's down and deep. Bang, bang. Wow, I thought this game was over. But the Celtics kept trying, and now they have a chance to foul who they want to foul.
I'm going to look at these Kings Blazers numbers.
Give us a quick update. They must be in halftime by now. 5 seconds left. Julius Randle passing it in. Kemba Walker gets fouled. That's a great person to send to the free throw line.
Kings 62, Blazers 49 halftime.
Blazers picked it up. Got a 7-point lead going in at half. That's good.
Yeah, you got
How's Dame?
Dame Dollars got 10, 6 and 4, 3 for 10. CJ has 14. That's all the story is for the Blazers. For the Kings, Darren Fox 16.
Big free throw. That's going to put them out of reach.
Rashawn Holmes 12. Halliburton 0. Buddy Hield 9 off the bench.
As the New York Knicks, in real life and on our 2K simulation, beat the Boston Celtics 58-54 in our 5-minute simulated quarters. That
By
means,
the same amount too, by 4 points.
honestly, I think this is going to be a little more accurate than the first try at it. We are sitting at 7-4 now. 2K predicted the Suns win, and 2K predicted that the Blazers win. So we could possibly go 9-4. And if you redo those two from last night, we could be going, hypothetically, 11-2. Now, there's a bunch of games, so I'm not too worried about those 2 losses. We're going to get those, off of fluke wins and things like that. But let's take a look at our plus-minus heroes for the Knicks. Alec Burks with a +6. Quickly with a +6. Kemba Walker with 15 points. Man, he led the Knicks tonight. Actually, take that back. Julius Randle was 17. And nowhere to be found on this list. Evan Fournier with 2. He'll get his day. Let's look at the Celtics. +-0. And looky. The player of the game had the worst +- in the game. So take that, Joel. And his 2K is still an OKC jersey. Look at that.
Wow, dude. 2K
Get
behind
with
it.
By 2 seasons even. That is so funny. That is too
Dude,
much.
poor
for me.
Dennis, man. Poor Dennis. Dennis is going through it.
Eh,
He has this idea of himself.
well, you can't win them all. And you got to win
Yeah.
them. Take them while you can. But we are at the end of our stream tonight. Pretty good night for us, actually. Started 0 for 2. Ended 7-4. 7-4. I got to update our last played. Mikey, as I do that, what are your takeaways from today?
Takeaways. Let's say I'm excited about the young second-year players, LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards, both having crazy games today, 31, 29. I just love seeing exciting new players in the league because you got it feels like there was a dip in the drafts, right? From like the LeBron era, Steph era. Like after that, I feel like there's been like a dip in the production of these drafts. And I think we're entering into an era of great new young players. Like I feel like I'm excited about, the next phase after Giannis
Right.
like making their force known in the league. Like we haven't seen anyone really come into the league and carry a team since like D Rose maybe in Chicago when he was a rookie, like immediately carry them. So yeah, I'm excited about the young talent, I guess.
I think my takeaway is that we might be hitting my 75% correct if things continue as they continue. Props to 2K, props to finding a nice balance. In the future, maybe we watch these games fully simulated, but right now we're just having some fun. If you're following us, you're watching us, give us a follow and bring some people. We want to talk buckets. We want to talk hoops with you guys. And you can follow, you can share. We're really trying to get to affiliate. So we need a couple more viewers to get us there on average. So we'll be here every night, Sunday through Thursday, and we'll catch up on all the NBA action. As always, keep talking buckets.
Catch you guys as a flipper flies, baby. See you next time.